Nishida Kitaro was a famous Japanese philosopher who liked to think deeply about big questions like, what is reality and who am I? But instead of just giving simple answers, he tried to explain that everything is connected and always changing. Imagine you're standing by a river. You look at the water, but the water you see now is different from the water you saw a moment ago. It's always flowing. Nishida thought life and the world are like that too, always changing, never staying the same. He called this idea pure experience, which means we experience life as it is without overthinking it. In a way, he was saying, don't get stuck trying to label everything. Just go with the flow, like water. So in Nishida's world, you, me, the tree outside, and even your pet goldfish are all part of this ever-changing flow. We're all connected. Nishida also believed that by understanding this flow, we can be more in touch with ourselves and the world. So if you're ever feeling confused, just remember, life is like a river. Keep swimming and enjoy the ride. Nishida Kitaro didn't come up with his ideas all on his own. He was inspired by a mix of different thoughts, like a chef who mixes different flavors to make a delicious dish. One big flavor in his thinking came from Western philosophy. He read a lot of European philosophers like Immanuel Kant, who loved asking, how do we know what we know? It's like when you wonder how you really know your dog is the fastest on the block. Another influence was Hegel, who talked about how everything is part of a bigger story that's always moving forward, kind of like the latest season of your favorite TV show, with each episode building on the last. But Nishida didn't just stop with Western ideas. He was also deeply influenced by Zen Buddhism, which says things like, be present and enjoy the moment, or stop worrying and just breathe. Zen teaches that life is full of mysteries, and sometimes it's okay not to know all the answers. Imagine being told, why think so hard? Just enjoy your ramen. So Nishida mixed Western philosophy with the calm, go with the flow attitude of Zen, creating his own unique way of thinking. You could say he was like a thoughtful Zen master who also liked to read really thick books. The Philosopher's Path is a peaceful walkway in Kyoto that follows a canal lined with cherry trees. The path is about 2 kilometers long and runs from the Jinkakuji Temple, Silver Pavilion, to the Nanzenji Temple. It's called the Philosopher's Path because a famous philosopher, Nishida Kitaro, used to walk along this route every day while thinking deeply about life, the universe, and everything. You can imagine Nishida strolling along, perhaps pausing to look at the water, the trees, or maybe even a cat lounging by the canal, all while reflecting on his ideas about how everything is connected. Today, many people walk the path to clear their minds, enjoy nature, or just take in the beauty of the cherry blossoms in spring. It's a quiet, scenic spot perfect for thinking big thoughts, or just enjoying a relaxing walk without too much thinking at all. If you ever need inspiration, who knows? A walk along the philosopher's path might just spark your own deep thoughts. Yes. Besides Nishida Kitaro, Japan has had several famous philosophers. Let me introduce you to a couple of them. 1. Watsuji Tetsuro. He was a philosopher who loved to think about human relationships. Watsuji believed that we're not just individuals, but we're shaped by the people and environment around us. It's like when your friends all want pizza, and even though you were thinking about sushi, you end up getting pizza too. Watsuji called this the idea of betweenness, how we are always connected to others. 2. Kuki Shuzo. He was fascinated by what makes Japanese culture special. Kuki wrote about the idea of iki, which means something like stylish coolness. Imagine someone walking confidently, wearing a great outfit, and acting super smooth. That's iki. He explored how this sense of style and elegance is important in Japanese art, fashion, and life. So, Japan's philosophers weren't just sitting around thinking about abstract ideas, they were thinking about everyday life, relationships, and even coolness. Here's a quick summary of what we've talked about so far. 1. Nishida Kitaro. He was the famous philosopher who thought life was like a flowing river, always changing. He was inspired by Western philosophy and Zen Buddhism. He liked mixing big ideas together, like a chef making a delicious dish. 2. The Philosopher's Path. This is the peaceful trail in Kyoto where Nishida used to walk and think about life. Today, people stroll along it to relax and maybe have some deep thoughts of their own. 3. Watsuji, he believed that people aren't just individuals, but are shaped by their relationships with others. It's like when you go to a pizza party and end up liking pizza because everyone else does. 4. Kuki Shuzo. He wrote about iki, or cool stylishness, and how it's important in Japanese culture. Think of someone with smooth moves and a great outfit. Kuki would have found that fascinating. Achievements of Japan's philosophers. Japan's philosophers didn't just ask deep questions. They helped us think about how we connect with each other and around our surroundings. Nishida taught us that everything in life is connected and always changing. Watsuji showed us that our relationships with others make us who we are. And Kuki? He made sure we never forget the importance of being stylish and cool. Their ideas are still important today. They remind us to go with the flow, to appreciate the people around us, and maybe even to walk a little more confidently down the street.